plan or not, was it?
Well, we were trying to get just a ball screen at the top and get Nate rolling down. Obviously, I wish we'd have rebounded like that all game. We really went after those last two possessions, kept the ball alive, had some looks, just couldn't get anything. Didn't shoot it well from three, obviously, 2 for 16. Didn't shoot it well from the free throw line, 60%. But the 21 turnovers, we just didn't give ourselves opportunities. And it started right from the start. We just had 12, 13 turnovers first half. They doubled Nate the first time. We knew the double was coming and just turns it over. Just playing the game straight up and down and not with much confidence, but to get confidence, you got to get your base down and you got to play hard, and we were a little straight up and down.
Do you have any update on KJ?
No, I don't. He was walking in the locker room. I'm not sure, but I'll talk to Clay when we're done.
How do you evaluate Linway's game ever since he joined the team? All the games he has played for you guys. How do you evaluate Linway's game, and is there anything you want him to work on?
Well, obviously, he's got to get us into some sets. He's having a hard time. He's only been here a month. He's really having a hard time getting us into some sets. I think it affected him tonight when he missed shots. He started shaking his head and didn't play real confident, after he missed those shots. He'll be fine. He's got a long way to go. Obviously, the turnovers, he had been handling it pretty good. He was 4 assists and no turnovers in our first exhibition, 4 assists and 1 turnover in our second. But tonight he flipped those numbers around. He'll be fine. It's a learning process. It's a different game than what he's used to playing. And obviously he struggled tonight, but he gets a couple shots down and gets moving a little bit. He'll be fine.
Earlier in the week, you talked about transition offense and wanting to get good shots off the transition. Where do you feel that, did you guys think that you improved off the preseason from today, and how do you get better in terms of creating?
No, our transition, we're not running. We're not pushing the ball. And then when we did, we turned it over, So we got to make a lot better decisions in transition. Obviously, our ball handling by everyone. It's just not the guards, it's the posts, it's everybody. Drew was the only one who didn't have a turnover. Everybody else, found a way to cough the ball up. So we got a lot of work to do. Obviously disappointed in where we're at on November 4th. We were very fortunate, to win the game. But, that falls back on me, trying to get guys in position and get guys tougher on the defensive end, tougher on the boards. Until those last couple possessions, the rebounding was even. We've got to do a better job there.
What positives do you take away from tonight?
Well, we found a way to win. I thought Drew handled the ball a little bit, gave us some stability there. Like the rest of the guys, had a couple good looks, just didn't knock them down. But, the plus and minus I always take with a grain of salt, but he was plus 13. He had that good stretch in the first half where we finally got some ball movement and didn't turn it over, and scored, I think, 5 or 6 possessions or something in that stretch. Just because simply got the ball moving and got shot opportunities because we didn't turn it over.
How pivotal were Simpkins' kind of straight line drives and ability to get to the rim? I felt like that was a big
Yeah, no, he got to the basket. He's got to do a better job of finishing, hitting his free throws. We didn't shoot free throws well. We could have put ourselves in a great position there with some free throws in that second half. But no, he did get to the basket some, and that last drive, he nosed to the goal pretty strong.
Again, can you lean on Drew over these next 1, 2, whatever it is, 3 games, but while Jackson's out there?
Oh, we're going to have to. We're going to have to just to get us in some sets and run some stuff. I think he understands what we're trying to do. So yeah, if he can just run it and move the ball and just look for wide open shots, not try to force anything. I think he took 1 at the end of a shot clock, and but you just got to simplify his game like all our guys do.
Would you see from the pick and roll tonight, especially when Nate was involved?
We're not rolling hard enough to the basket. Our guys want to step out and shoot threes. You know, we got to set better picks. We got to get going to the basket. We got to put a little pressure on the defense. They did a much better job than we did. Their guards got going downhill, and they set better picks, and their guys were rolling better than ours. We didn't talk on a couple switches, gave up a couple wide open threes. The play that KJ goes down on, you know, we weren't in scramble mode at all. Everybody just stood around. Well, I got my guy, and, you know, we got KJ laying there, and they hit a wide open three. You know, it kind of started the whole, I think at that time we were up 14. And, you know, that's where it kind of all started to unravel.
You think that unravel was part just kind of seeing KJ get held
No,
up?
we, you know, like I said, we struggled the whole game with turnovers. And then obviously we had some really bad ones there, you know, down the stretch.
The game starts how it did with the clock malfunctions. How tough is that to kind of
Oh.
overcome a little bit?
You know, they had them to. You know, is what it is. It was comical, you know, just trying to get the game started. But, you know, we got it figured out, so.
Two more?
You mentioned the other day that Jackson was going to be seeing the doctor today. Did you get any sort of update on him?
You know, everything looks good. I think, you know, they're going to talk with his parents and talk with the doctors again and, you know, maybe start doing some non-contact stuff. So, but we obviously need him. He runs our stuff. He knows our stuff. And I think he can get us organized and we can start running some stuff.
You mentioned, last question. You mentioned that this was sort of a disappointment to see this team on November 4th. I know it's only game one, but is it an area of concern, do you feel, just the way that just the overall performance?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, when you don't play well in a number of areas, you don't shoot free throws well, the ball movement's not good, you know, not playing with much confidence, and we got some experienced players not playing with a lot of confidence. So, yeah, no, we're really concerned. You know, we were concerned after Stanford, and that game didn't calm us down any. You know, we got a lot of work to do.